The Crawford Expedition of 1782 was a disastrous American military campaign against Native American settlements in the Ohio country. Led by Colonel William Crawford, the expedition aimed to weaken British-aligned Native American resistance but ended in failure and tragedy. This campaign was part of the larger conflict between American settlers and indigenous tribes in the western frontier during the Revolutionary War. Background: as the American Revolution neared its end, hostilities between American settlers and Native American tribes intensified. Many indigenous nations, including the Delaware, Lenape, Wyandot, and Shawnee, had aligned with the British to resist American expansion into their lands. In response to increasing Native American raids on frontier settlements, Pennsylvania and Virginia militias launched punitive campaigns into the Ohio country. In June 1782, Colonel William Crawford, a veteran of the war and a close associate of George Washington, led about 500 volunteers from Pennsylvania on an expedition to destroy native settlements along the Sandusky River, particularly those of the Delaware and Wyandot. The Campaign and Battle of Sandusky. The expedition reached the Sandusky region on June 4, 1782, expecting to find unprepared native villages. Instead, they were met by a well-organized force of Wyandot, Delaware, and Shawnee warriors, supported by British Rangers. Overwhelmed and outmaneuvered, Crawford's forces engaged in a desperate battle but were forced to retreat on June 5 to 6, 1782. As the Americans fled, they suffered heavy casualties. Many, including Crawford himself, were captured. The fate of Colonel Crawford. Crawford was taken prisoner by Delaware warriors, who sought revenge for recent American atrocities, including the Genaden Hutton massacre in March 1782, where nearly 100 peaceful Christian Delaware were slaughtered by American militiamen. As retaliation, the Delaware subjected Crawford to a brutal execution, torturing and burning him at the stake on June 11, 1782. Aftermath and impact. The Crawford expedition was a catastrophic failure, resulting in significant American losses. Rather than weakening native resistance, the campaign further united the tribes against American expansion. The defeat also demonstrated the strategic and military capabilities of indigenous forces in defending their homelands. Though often overshadowed by other Revolutionary War battles, the expedition remains a significant event in the history of Native American resistance and frontier warfare. It also marked one of the final conflicts of the American Revolution before the signing of the Treaty of Paris in 1783, which officially ended the war. Conclusion. The Crawford Expedition is a stark reminder of the brutal nature of the Revolutionary War's western frontier. It highlights the complexities of the conflict, where Native American tribes fought not only for British interests but for their very survival against American expansion. The expedition's failure served as a prelude to continued struggles for control of the Ohio Valley, long after the Revolution ended.